Now, I know that you, me, everyone, we're all very GOG happy because it's almost December. And you know what that means? Christmas! I just wanted an excuse to make Gogmazios center, okay? No! It means that Title Update 4 is almost upon us, but... And hello, my fellow hunters. It's the upcoming Capcom presentation where we'll find out what's in Title Update 4. See, we had it confirmed a little bit ago that in early December there will be a Monster Hunter showcase where we'll get the details of Title Update 4 and also some lovely Monster Hunter Stories 3 tidbits. Now, this in of itself is fairly normal. About a week before each title update, we tend to get the full shebang reveal. However, this time around, it's clearly going to be more than a week early. It's going to be 2 weeks early. At least that's my guess. I think this could be happening essentially from tomorrow as you listen to this. Early Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in this first December week coming. Because the week of the 8th, which is the week before the title update, is the Game Awards week. And if Capcom are planning anything spectacular for that, they don't want it in the same week as a dedicated Capcom showcase about the future of 2 of their biggest upcoming, well, one already existing, games. So I think we are going to get the showcase fairly soon. And the Game Awards is a whole other kettle of fish, can of worms, barrel of laughs. In any case, the point is I want to have a little talk about that in a week or so because there is potential, but for now, we have this showcase to think about. We also have some new actual details of Title Update 4 that were kind of revealed, so let's talk about them. And they are then this, a guild report update that we got a little bit ago now with some interesting extra details. And mostly it is a reiteration of the kind of series of information packets we got a little bit ago. You know, the one that resulted in this lovely example of armor transcending. However, most of them are just kind of straight-up reiterations. You know, we wanted more 9-star monsters, so we're getting a 9-star Atlas flying around. You can create investigations for him, all of that good stuff. It's going to be easier to obtain armor spheres to pump up the new armor that has gone through Transcendence. And the same with the Smelting Foundry. However, the first little extra bit that I really should have realized before, I feel like, maybe, but in any case, armor that has been transcended to a higher limit for how many times it can be graded with armor spheres, and decoration slots for rarity 5 and 6. So this, coupled with the fact that you can see a rarity 7 and rarity 8 in this example of the UI for Transcendence, obviously then means that we can upgrade the raw defense on rarity 7 and 8 pieces, which is really cool for like Immortal and so, but it's just 5 and 6 that get the decoration slots. The decoration slots between 5 and 6 was already readily apparent, but for some reason in my mind I was like, interesting. So 5 and 6 will go up to the defense of 7 and 8, but the total defense we can get isn't increasing. Whereas, no, it is. All armor will be getting a higher defense limit with Transcendence, so we will be just a little bit overall tankier, which isn't a huge thing in a normal hunting situation, but it does tickle my, you know, immortal building brain. In any case, then, it's this that is the most exciting. So, coming with free Title Update 4, Rarity 8 Artian weapons can be upgraded into Gogma Artian weapons. This then is an actual name for them, capitalized and everything. So when we apply these special materials obtained from Gogmazios into the new system, it will turn a Rarity 8 Artian weapon into what is officially known as and called a Gogma Artian weapon. Now, will that actually change the name of it from the various unique Artian names into Gogma then the Artian name? That's curious, and a part of me is extra curious here that if we're using Gogmazios materials to make Gogma Artian weapons, visually speaking, will Gogma Artian weapons look like Gogmazios weapons? Because Gogmazios weapons look amazing. The chained up greatsword is just, delicious. But what if this is how Gogmazios weapons are going to be added? What if they're not being their own tree and, you know, just an addition of one new gogmazios weapon per weapon, it's got what it should have on, maybe some sleep, etc. And then also there's Gogma Artian weapons. What if just gogmazios weapons are Gogma Artian weapons? That's a little bit of a potentially scary pondering. Like, if we upgrade an Artian weapon into a Gogma weapon, and it looks like a Gogmazios weapon, and it is a Gogmazios weapon, it just came from an Artian, that's at least something, but I think there might be a handful of people that just want to craft a Gogmazios weapon from its parts like normal, and not go via the Artian system. I think more than likely it is going to be both, but I do find it very interesting that it's not just a rare 8 Artian infused and now stronger, but it very specifically is a Gogma Artian, a hybrid between Gogmazios stuff and Artian in a literal sense. That's going to be something that's very interesting to find out more about, which presumably we should do, hopefully, within the week. In any case, then, these Artian weapons, as we know, will carry over their existing reinforcement bonuses, so whatever you've rolled will stay, but then gain 1 set bonus skill and 1 group skill, which, again, is really, really nice. It is ridiculous RNG, but the potential combos here are ridiculous for what it means for set building, opening up extra potential ways to play each weapon. It's really exciting, if, understandably, to the people that don't like huge RNG treadmills, a bit daunting. Then we have this, and this is the main big juice of what this has kind of revealed. You can also amend the bonuses on a fully reinforced Gogma Artian weapon to activate even more powerful reinforcement bonuses. So, does this mean the bonuses, i.e. the reinforcement bonuses, i.e. you can make a rarity 8 Gogma weapon and then change its attack, sharpness, element rolls from Artian reinforcement, which would imply the way to go is to just make random garbage rarity 8 Artian weapons, roll them as Gogma. Oh, we finally got the bonus set with skill we want. Okay, now we can keep rolling reinforcements on it to get the perfect 4 attack, 1 sharpness, for example, to use Greatsword. Or does it mean the other way round? I finally got my perfect 4 attack, 1 sharpness Artian. I'm going to put a Gogma bonus on it, get the set bonus skill and group skill. Oh, it's a garbage one. Damn. I can then re-roll it again to get a different set bonus skill and a different group skill. So I don't have to keep re-getting a perfect Artian to have a single chance at the group skill. I kind of hope it's that one, but the phrasing makes me think it might be the former one. Either way, there is at least some ability to re-roll and manage RNG without having to have an entirely new weapon when it comes to the Gogma Artian system. And even if it is the case where it's just the bonuses from reinforcement that you can change, but your set bonus and group skill are fixed once you upgrade, at least then we can just churn out any given rare 8 Artian, get the set bonus skill and group skill, and then just keep rolling the reinforcement bonuses over and over and over on that same weapon until it's perfect. That still will give you an eventual path to a perfect weapon that doesn't need 2 separate stars to align independently of each other, because the chances of getting a perfect Artian are already minuscule, and then the chances of applying the perfect set bonus skill and group skill to that Artian are all going to be minuscule. So if then both of them are locked and you can't re-roll either of them, yeah, that's gonna be too much. So whichever way round it is, whichever one you can re-roll, that at least provides some relief to ending up with a perfect weapon, so that is nice to see, assuming this is being interpreted correctly. So that's the kind of new stuff that we know. Then it comes back to, yeah, that title update for Showcase that is on the way. Obviously, we'll find out more about the Gogmazios fight. I imagine we'll find out more about the new endgame systems. We'll get told how the Artian, the Gogma Artian weapons actually work. And then we'll get the full scope of reveals for Title Update 4. The issue, well, not so much issue, but the question for me is the extras around it. Everything that we know is in Title Update 4. A new winter, snowy, probably holiday festival is going to happen. That'll get revealed. We'll get the usual slew of new event quests and a bit of a hint at their rewards and new gear that goes with it. We'll see some Transcendence in action, more than likely, explained by the devs. Some Gogma Artian, more than likely, explained by the devs. Maybe a bit of gameplay from the Gogmazios hunt, if there's anything unique going on with it, if it is a siege, or, you know, any of that lovely stuff. Everything we know about will be expanded upon. It's the stuff we don't know about that I find, like, for example, Arch-Tempered Jin dahaad. Supposedly, and logically, if the pattern holds, he's going to be coming up with Gogmazios. But obviously none of that's been mentioned. The roadmap hasn't been updated with new Arch-Tempered monster like it has in the past. Is that just going to wait for the showcase, wait for the main meaty Title Update 4 trailer? That, of course, is likely, but will there be any surprises? Will there be any additions alongside Gog? Will there be something that has been held back? That's the question. I wouldn't be surprised if not, because Gogmazios and the new endgame systems surrounding him are obviously a huge deal and are going to give us a lot to do, never mind the eventual almost guaranteed new Arch-Tempered and the festival that we do know is coming, so there is that. But ultimately, we have a lot to find out about Title Update 4, and I would expect to find out about it in this week coming, because it's not going to want to be in a week that clashes with the Game Awards, as that wouldn't make sense just from a logistics standpoint. Obviously, I could be wrong, but let me know what you guys think. Is the RNG on RNG going to be a backbreaker for you? Are you not looking forward to it? I am looking forward to it, but obviously I haven't done it yet. After I've rerolled 75 weapons, I might feel differently, but for now, all I can focus on is the potential of having an extra source of group skill from your weapon. The ffxiv weapons that did that were so cool in what they enabled. A 4-set and a 2-set is very, very neat to be able to have at once, and the possibilities are endless. And actually finding out there is some sort of re-rolling an existing Gogma weapon in some way mechanic gives me a lot more confidence in the system, and I would love to get your thoughts on that. So for now then, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.